Hello everyone, guten tag, bonjour, добрый день. This is me, Zeno77 streaming yet again. And yeah, as you can see, we kind of changed another location, but I think this will be our stable reaction for the next couple streams. What a great day to do it. It's yet another Wednesday. We started the year by streaming on Tuesdays and on Thursdays, but I remember some issues with these days. And then I switched to Wednesdays. And you know what? As it stands for now, streaming once a Wednesday does actually pay out. But there's always a but. Why am I so exciting at the beginning? Because we're going to be talking about some important stats on my YouTube channel that I wanted to share with you. We have made 1,64 subscribers compared to last week. I mean, you can check. I think we already did the stats because we're also showing the YouTube channel, but we didn't even have 50. I think, yeah, we broke the 50 line on Thursday, so to say. So it's like a quarter of our subscribers adding up just this week from these couple reactions. And first of all, I would like to thank you all. You know, it's very important to sit here to know that people are actually interested in what I'm talking about and what I have to share, even if I'm trying to react on someone's content. Maybe I will try doing some sort of content like this, like my own content. But yeah, as it stands for now, we're still keeping it with the reactions. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe in the perspective future, when people will be more interested in my thoughts, then we can do my own content, right? My own thoughts and not only reactions. And yeah, one of the big persons who stood up on this channel was Misha Petrov. And if we check the last reactions, like 1,000, 1.2 thousand, she really hit this channel up. She even mostly surpassed the Brad Cooper. If we look at the most popular videos, yeah, she's like also here. And then there's Putin. The most popular people on this channel are Brad Cooper, Misha Petrov, and Putin. Yeah, and Jen was whom we started. He's like falling below, but who knows? Maybe he will retake it back. So as it stands, oh yeah, I can see myself streaming from here. Obviously, I'm not going to watch it from here. As it stands, we have a lot of content that is coming from a lot of different bloggers. But today, what we will be doing is one of the traditions that we have, and we'll also give a chance for Brad Cooper to kind of retake the main stand. And today, as we usually have it, we are going to have the Brad Cooper. Sometimes have it, we sometimes host it, and therefore, you know, you can sometimes check it out. Now, if you give me a second, I want to listen. How do I sound on other devices so that I can know how we can start? And if I sound well, if this thing is working, yeah, then I don't mind starting this stream at all. Just give me like 1 second. If this thing is working. Okay, actually sound very well. That's a positive message. So, what will be today's stream's theme? Wait, let me just close up here. What will be today's stream's theme? Obviously, it's Brad Cooper, but I also didn't tell you what are we going to be watching today. So the reactions that we're going to be making will be depending on these videos. So we're going to be talking about her recent videos. Yeah, could you believe them? Probably because I saved them a couple days ago. we'll be talking about Planned Parenthood. And I don't know what this trend is, so yeah, you might expect anything from me. Like, let me sip my water. Now, I really like where this channel is going in the last week. Then, if we're definitely going to watch this thing because I'm curious, like, she's telling men, and I identify as a man, to be careful of something on TikTok. And I do spend time on TikTok, not for consuming stuff. It actually, I think 99% of the cases, it's really for work. And then what else do we have? Yeah, we have the baby girl trend. We have this thing, I don't know, is baby girl is the new nickname for men. Again, it will depend if we have free time for free videos, because I usually stream an hour and then I have to do some work and then I have to go to bed because I have to wake up early in the morning. But we'll see. In any case, it's been 6 minutes of this stream, so most people who know how often I stream would have already jumped in. And I think we can start the 10th. It's actually the 10th. I don't think it's the 10th stream because I had the Super Bowl stream. I had a couple other streams this year, but there have been a lot of streams. I also got banned from the last stream, so let's hope YouTube doesn't ban this one. Yeah, in any case, what can I say except let's start the Brad Cooper reaction.
Das sind Kiana, Shiori und Ka.
Before we start, I'm obviously going to skip the advertisements. And yeah, as it's usually being done and how it's usually being said, I need to... Yeah, oh no, actually, I think I have to check one more thing before we start. You can also drop in your thoughts in the comment section, which usually there's not a lot of those thoughts, but there are sometimes thoughts. So if you do have some, I really will appreciate them. Okay. You can hear my neighbor. That's good. You always know that he's alive. Oof. Give me some. Hit me, baby, one more time. Okay, we're 8 minutes into the stream and I haven't started streaming yet. I'll be fixing it. Yeah, I'll be fixing it. So, as promised, let's start. Planned Parenthood is teaching this to your children. Yet another reaction by Brad Cooper, yet another stream that we dedicate to her, because she brought us a lot of views. And I have a specific idea for the next stream. You probably know who will be the main character of it, but today it's your stream, Brad. We usually do these sometimes once a month, just for her videos because they apparently get a lot of views. And Planned Parenthood. The reason why I wanted to talk about this topic is because you all know my thoughts on parents and on children. If you don't know, you should probably watch a couple of my previous reactions. And to summarize it all, I am pro children and I am pro giving them the best education, so to say, that they need, not to satanize. Is there such a word in English language? Satanize? Satanism. There definitely is. Don't put them under Satanism, so to say. In any case, Planned Parenthood. Let's check what Brad has to say about it. Let me just go full screen. I'm not going to be really talking a lot. No, I actually will be talking a lot, but not that a lot.
Get ready. This one, I would have put your eyes. If you don't want even more details, if your kids are around, maybe not. But if you want to laugh at how absurd and inappropriate this is, buckle up. Welcome back to the comments section. I'm Brad Cooper. So
Hi,
I
Brad.
was thinking about the show, and I realized
I've been thinking about my show as well. So if you really enjoy my content, please subscribe to this channel. We've been growing so well the last week. Let's keep these numbers up. 1,000 views per video. Let's keep on with this.
We haven't talked about groomers in a while. And I don't want you to think that they're not out there
What's a
anymore
groomer?
because they certainly
Oh,
are.
yeah.
We just haven't
Oh, I
covered them in a
remember.
bit. So guys, we are back in action because
That's great.
they are still out there and they have now taken the form of Planned Parenthood.
And that's no good.
So Roe v. Wade, the Supreme Court case that made abortion legal throughout the country, was overturned in June of 2022. And if you had listened to the
Interesting.
mainstream media while all of that was going on, you would think that these Supreme Court justices outlawed abortion on a federal level and sent every woman and mother to the gulags.
Lisa.
What was I doing in June 2022? Yeah, that could have been hell of a reaction, I'm telling you. If I would stream back then, but I think I would be not competent enough to do these streams back then.
I want some more.
Just for thinking about
Oliver
abortion.
Twist.
That is what happened. But no, that could not be farther from the truth. They simply determined that back in 1973, when Roe v. Wade was originally passed, that the
Oh, Roe
justices
v.
were
Wade.
wrong. And the Supreme Court actually did not have the authority to make abortion legal throughout the country. So they gave that power back to the states.
states.
In my opinion, how it should have been from the
Yeah.
beginning. Anyway, since June of 22,
I mean, there is a reason they are called United States of America. Most laws should be passed by the states, and the country laws should probably do something that connects the states, but not necessarily what is happening in one of them.
Planned Parenthood has been flailing. Obviously, because abortion was the majority of their business. Even though they like to say, oh no, we do other things, that's just a small percentage.
You disgust me. How can you live with yourself?
Now, we all know that is the majority of your business model. And we know that they are struggling thanks to their recent social media posts because they are desperate to get people back into their offices, and in a gross but unsurprising fashion, they are targeting young people. And we're going to talk about that today. But before we do, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you've not already, and then ring the notification bell so that you never miss a comment section episode or one of our new Friday live streams. All right, so if you are on X, you probably saw this video going viral last week, but I never featured it on the show, and it just deserves a permanent spot. And I'm so glad that I waited until
Okay,
now because
time
now
for
there's
my
other
reactions
content
as
that's
well.
come out this week. Chef's kiss. Sometimes waiting is great. Sometimes waiting, this will tie into the episode. Sometimes having patience and waiting is important.
Patience. I always talk how important it is to be patient. I don't know why it's not supposed to be the topic about children, but be patient, guys. Be patient.
Kids. Okay, anyway, let's just watch the video. Life lessons inadvertently with Brett.
What is it? And what's the big deal about losing it? Let me cut to the chase. Virginity
Why are you in a school? Is this addressed to kids? Is this addressed to kids? Oh boy, we're gonna have an interesting conversation today.
is a completely made up concept. It's a
Yes, the education we all deserve. I would make a comment on the teacher, but I don't want to get banned on this stream yet again. I genuinely don't want to. But in any case, we'll see how it goes.
a term that was created simply to control and shame people, mainly
Yeah, control.
women.
Mm.
A virgin is someone who's never had sex, but it's not as simple
Yes, she is absolutely correct on this one. See, I'm not a hater. When someone is speaking right, I absolutely agree with them. Virgin is someone who hasn't had sex. That's pretty logical fact.
as it seems.
Isn't it? You literally just gave the definition. This is a 3-minute long video, and you set up a premise. You asked a question. You answered it, but are now saying that no, the very clear answer that you gave actually just does not exist at all. It's made up.
So she's lying. I'm not the one hating on her. I swear, she's hating on her own. Like, not Brad, but this teacher. I assume teacher because she's supposed to teach something. She's confronting herself and lying to us. I'm just admitting what her words.
You see the way that these people think? I don't think they think. I think that is the problem. They just don't think.
Medically, virginity isn't a real thing. In some cultures, people place a lot of importance on the hymen, a thin, fleshy tissue located at the opening of your vagina, as a marker of virginity. But the status of your hymen doesn't actually mean anything. That's because having penis and vagina sex is not the only way a hymen can stretch open. It can happen by putting something in your vagina like a tampon or a finger, riding a bike, or doing
Okay, okay. I'm not a biologist. I'm not even an autonomist. I'm not Oh my God, my English. I'm not a very big biologist on human beings. So I probably will read someday how does riding a bicycle help it. The question I'm still asking, why is this shown on a school board? Like, this is clearly content made. I mean, if you put edits on this and talk about, I don't know, ice cream, you put like, vanilla flavor, chocolate flavor, I would take it as a children's video. So can we ask how is this related to like children? I hope she does answer it because yeah. Oh, I think this is the whole stretch of the. Oh no, I just understood. This is the whole sense of the video. Oh no. Yeah. Yeah. You're in deep trouble, guys.
sports. So you can't tell if someone's had sex by the way their hymen looks or feels.
That doesn't mean the virginity is not a thing. There are still people that have had sex and have not had sex, and you distinguish between the two. Doesn't even.
Yeah, basically there is a definition. So let's say, okay, I'll give you an interesting thing. Let's say you robbed a bank, and by law you committed a crime. So robbing a bank is a crime. Now, if you robbed a bank in your dreams or in a theater, it doesn't mean that you committed a crime. You still robbed them. It's not a crime because a crime has a clear definition. You rob a bank in real life. Virginity means you have sex in real life. It's okay. If someone has, I don't know, sex in his brain, it doesn't mean that he lost virginity, right? Because that's not the definition. The definition clearly speaks for itself. And I don't know why we're talking about this on a school board. I don't like it. Take the school board away. It gives me bad imaginations.
Need to be more complicated than that.
Another reason the idea of virginity is complete nonsense is that sex means different things to different people.
Well,
Wait, let me Google a dictionary. I hope I don't. Please don't ban me, YouTube. Does it say anywhere here? Does it say different things to different people? Well, technically, she's not wrong. If I was a lawyer, for example, or I'm a lawyer and I have to defend her in her case, and I'm saying she meant by different things to different people is when you say sex, different people can understand this word differently. We have three definitions what this word can mean. Technically, by law, she didn't break anything. But in reality, we all know what she said. Back to the topic.
that's also a problem. I think that is the thing we don't have a clear definition on. I think that is what we actually need to clear up.
Generally speaking, society tends to define sex in a very narrow way. Penetration, penis into vagina.
No, we're screwed. We are screwed, guys. Not even a lawyer can defend your cases. I'm putting myself on because there's an ad that I should skip. I'm not gonna make you watch ads. Wait, give me a sec. What a nice stream talking about sex. Love it.
But where does that definition leave queer people? Or folks who can't or don't have penis and vagina sex?
No, I don't. I mean, I will make only smart comments on this. I don't want to make even like dumb comments because why? I'm not dumb.
And not everyone's first sexual experience
That's
is
the meme that should
consensual,
appear there.
meaning that they were forced or pressured into having sex. There is also
That is still sorry, that is still sex. Why are we disputing on this one? If you're forced to rob a bank in the theater, you still rob the bank. It doesn't mean that you committed a crime, so to say, but you still rob the bank. Come on.
a double standard on who carries the burden of virginity. Society puts pressure on men for not having sex at the exact same time they shame women for having it. Make it make sense.
I actually don't. Sleep with the mother of your future children. I don't shame. She is lying because I represent society. And I, as a representative of society, say that men are not shamed for not having sex. That's for the sake of the argument.
Either way, shame has no place in someone's personal decisions about sex. It's time to throw away the notion of losing your virginity. What if instead of losing something, we reframe it as gaining?
Yes, Sex Ed 101. You're gaining your sexual activity. Oh my God, this is so exciting! Is that what we're going to be teaching middle schoolers and high schoolers now? I feel like
We're teaching it on a school board. It's a children's video. I'm gonna cry. Okay, I'm not gonna cry. But you see how good I can act.
we already are, based on the content we put out in the world, based on what they see on TikTok. So maybe this really isn't new or revolutionary, but now it's coming from Planned Parenthood.
The truth is, when we make our own decision to become sexually active, we aren't setting ourselves up to lose anything at all. We hope we are gaining things like intimacy, self-insight, pleasure, and empowerment. All of these myths around sex and virginity can be so hurtful.
Wait, I'm actually curious. While she's talking, let me check something. How do you say this word in English? So definitions. Oh no, phrases. Phrases where you use the word lose. Lose your head. Lose your head, for example. I don't know what lose your way, but lose your head is a very good example. Like, why instead of saying lose your head, you say we gain insanity. Oh no, actually, lose your head is another thing. Okay, no, forget what I just said. Lose your head, I think it's like getting obsessed with someone. We're gonna do English courses on this stream. I'm telling you. Why would we watch videos about sex? Let's learn a language. Lose your head, meaning. Yeah, lose self-control, panic. Okay, yeah, this is bad. You don't say I gain panic. Like, why would you use that? Don't you think it sounds a bit weird and strange to use it in this definition? I mean, I don't know. As I see it, I genuinely like. I don't see the problem of the English vocabulary. Like, you shouldn't be. If you're teaching people English vocabulary, the thing about saying you lose your virginity shouldn't be a problem to you. Right? Just simply, like, don't change it. Why would you want to change it? Because lose. Okay, I actually understood why they want to change it. Because lose is offending someone. It's saying that they're losers. It's disgusting. In the same time, you're kind of encouraging them to lose their virginity in this video, but it's saying that you're a loser, and that's offensive. And that's why we should replace everything to gain. I understand her whole game. Okay, I give up. Like, if that's the reason why I want to change, because that's offensive. I mean, I don't care. I'm gonna still use the term. Let me think how it's actually in my language. Yeah, it's also lose virginity. So, and we don't consider this offensive. So, at least it's good.
Full and overwhelming. But here's the one truth you should remember. Sex is defined by one thing and one thing only.
Are you ready? So let's put our predictions here. Like, who wants to be a millionaire question. Our host, Mrs. Teacher talking about virginity, and me, the player. Sex is defined by one thing: humans, penises, vaginas, or or okay, I need to say something not to get banned. Or robots. Madam, I picked the word A, humans.
You. Maybe
I am a human, so I won. You see, I'm reading her already. I understand her game. There's nothing you can teach me, woman, because I'm already reading you.
that's being fingered for the first time. Maybe it's
Oh,
having
no.
anal sex.
Oh,
Maybe
no.
it's having your first orgasm.
No, that's
Maybe
not what
it's
I meant.
masturbating for the
Stop!
No,
That was
that's
certainly
not
the
what I
worst.
meant. Take away my million. Take away my million. I'm giving it away. That's not what I meant. That is not what I wanted to talk about. No.
3 minutes of my life. That is an official video from Planned Parenthood, and it is for middle and high schoolers. I'm here with my team. We're all in our mid-20s. We are uncomfortable about what we just heard. Can you imagine sitting in a classroom with a bunch of 13-year-olds? Is this your first? Oh my God. This information is so bad. There should be no worry about having sex. Oh my God, no, you're empowered. You're gaining so much. Is that really what we want to be teaching? A bunch of hormonal, confused, not very intelligent 13-year-olds that don't know what is going on in their body or really in the world around them. No, I don't.
I remember I saw a quote. It was super long time ago. I saw a quote by a journalist where he was talking about children, and he said that children are actually the meanest things in the world, and it's so good that they are not yet sexually developed. Because think of a child. Like, I always give this example. When you're a little kid and you see pigeons running around, and the reaction of a lot of the kids, what do? They decide to kick the pigeon. They just come and when you're trying to ask them, okay, why did you decide to scare all the pigeons? They're like, I don't know, it's fun. And the thing is, I used to do this thing. You used to do this thing. Everyone used to do this thing. And now when I'm like grown up a bit, I look at this and I think, holy damn, like they're just like kicking these birds for no reason, just like standing there in their little group. And yeah, now imagine if these mean creatures who are kicking birds like this around, if they had sexual development and hormones floating around their bodies, they would have been uncontrolled. And what these videos are doing, they are basically encouraging them to, so to say, they're putting this in their brain too early. They are not yet ready because they're like still kids. They're still kicking the pigeons. Like when you were younger, I don't really understand why, but there's always a common joke, when you're younger and like a boy is trying to attract a girl, and what is he told? He's told, pull her hair behind. Like this is like going to be to make her spot you. And now when you're like an adult, you think about it and you don't understand like why. But that's the thing. Kids are very aggressive creatures. And imagine them watching all this sexual content. This is going to ruin their brain. Ban these, I swear. I mean, I'm going to get banned by YouTube. Probably I'm going to get banned, but you know what? I don't care because I think what I say. You know why they put a black teacher in here, who is probably also, how do I say it, fat positive? The only reason they put her here, and I'm absolutely sure about this, the reason they picked specifically this teacher is so that if they for some reason get attacked and get banned, they, I don't know, by parents who maybe take care of their kids, they will be attacked. They will be claiming that, oh, you're shaming because she's black or because she's oversized. If you had like a hot Eastern European white girl telling all this, you wouldn't be ashamed. No, for two reasons. First of all, a hot Eastern European girl wouldn't be standing and telling this shit. And number two, if she were to stand there, we would still be angered by this video. Because it is wrong to show it to our children. It is simply wrong. I'm gonna get banned by YouTube. Oh.
System should be teaching literal minors in our classrooms. Sure, fully ignore the emotional weight of sex, the dangers of STDs, the possibility of pregnancy because you're gaining empowerment and intimacy. No, I'm laughing about it, but it's also grotesque and very scary.
I never understood why people only talk about intimacy as in sex. Genuinely, I don't understand. Like, is it really only when someone penetrates someone else? Like, come on. There's like so much to do, so much to see, as this song goes. So much. I don't remember the continuation of the song.
Sadly, not surprising at all, because we have completely and utterly sexualized children in our society. And we're treating them as adults when they should be treated like children. We should be protecting their innocence, not forcing this kind of stuff down their throat. And it's also ironic because they make this big deal about choice. You know, choosing to have sex, it being empowering, you're gaining something, but they never talk about choosing not to have sex. And the people that do place a significant value on intimacy and do believe that it is a private, sacred thing, that do want to remain virgins until marriage, they will never talk about that. Like in 2024, there is so much more shame in that than there is in having sex at a young age. Like the beauty of purity has completely flown out the window. The one thing that hasn't is pure talk. And if you're sitting here wondering,
okay, this is an advertisement. I don't get paid. So if you ever want to be advertised on my channel, I think I have all the details in my bio. You can always check it. You can always leave me a comment under the video if you're interested, and I will spot it. But yeah, let's continue watching.
Slightest. Somebody commented and said, she says virginity is a made-up concept and immediately states a virgin is someone who has not had sex, which is in fact a completely real state of existence. I stopped listening after that. Like, it doesn't matter if you like the word or not. Like this commenter said, it is a state of being, a label. There is a label for everything. There are things that are and things that are not. It really is not that deep. And I honestly think that by using that kind of rhetoric, you are only shaming virgins by making their state of existence seem meaningless or worthless, which is ironic because the whole thing is apparently about removing shame. It really is not working out the way that you're intending. Another person commented and said, completely disturbing and inappropriate. Education is collapsing.
I don't know what... I think I already commented it, but I will say it again. Why are we talking about like shame in sex, whereas even our black teacher stated it's a personal thing? I genuinely don't understand this. Maybe can someone explain me?
Collapsing.
You know, we're not talking about intellect. We're not talking about even finances, so to say. Although I kind of get that it's not a children's thing. But yeah, like education. We're not talking about their level of intellect. We're not talking about how good they know history or physics, how that should be an important thing. No, we're talking about fucking sex.
Buddy, it already has. Just saying. Another person commented and said, virginity is a completely made up concept, said the person who can't define the word woman. And then this comment, y'all. And we wonder why there is a surge of STDs running rampant through America.
Don't have sex. You will get chlamydia and die.
And she's not wrong.
Just for your information, I absolutely bat my left testicle that... Okay, I also got into this. I absolutely bet my cup, which is not technically my cup, that movie is probably in early 2000s and it's rated R. Absolutely bad. It's not family movie or made for children. It's rated R, or at least 16 plus.
I actually did not know this. I did not know that this was on the rise. I think I was hopeful that we all have learned about safe sex, that we have mitigated this, but no. USC's concerning rise in STIs, congenital syphilis with no signs of slowing. That was in 2023. Things are really looking up. There's even more recent, more grotesque and graphic things from the CDC, but I chose not to put that in this episode.
Thank you.
It certainly is not great for us, but it is for Planned Parenthood because they make money treating those things. I don't mean to put on my tinfoil hat and get conspiratorial, but they do make money treating us for illnesses, just like doctors. Remember that. and Big Pharma. Now, guys, I had only seen that one video. It came out last week, but apparently
Okay.
it is.
Okay. There's this like amazing quote I remember. So lawyers want you to get in trouble, doctors want you to get sick, and only a thief wishes you wealth. And it's obviously a joke, but at the end of the day, every job is solving problems, you know. Let's say a teacher hopes your kid is dumb. I don't know. A marketer hopes your marketing sucks. That's his job. That's what he gets paid for. Like, we are not agreeing on this video that we just saw being good, but what we can at least agree that, like, don't hate doctors for doing their job, or at the same, don't hate every pharmaceutical company for doing their job. Oh boy.
Of a whole Planned Parenthood sex ed video curricula, and a new video just dropped. Out of your eyes, buckle up.
The first thing to do is to talk with
No, not her again. Take her off my screens. I already had enough. I already will get enough bans from her, and I have to sit another video.
your partner about it. Tell them what you want.
Okay, first of all, can you imagine being this lady? Like, what do you do? I teach middle schoolers and high schoolers about sex and how it's so empowering. Oh, the world is a sad, sad
Don't worry, she has enough privileges, so nobody's gonna offend her.
place.
Ask them what they want and make sure you're on the same page. That's called consent, and it's sexy as hell. So let's start with the reality check. You know those hot, steamy sex scenes from your favorite TV shows? Yeah, your first
My favorite movie scene about romances, actually, and I keep telling one of the best video movies for me is The Ugly Truth. I don't know if you have watched this rom-com. Is not when they're like intimate, but it's actually when they get to talk like real people. I think, or even like the other scene when the main character, I don't remember his name, haven't watched the movie in a while, but when he realizes that okay, he's in love with this girl and he now wants her like to be with him, and he runs from the elevator and she has her like ex-boyfriend at her place. Yeah, that is a good rom-com scene. You know, Titanic is a great rom-com scene, is a famous rom-com scene with Kate Winslet standing like this. Most rom-com scenes and most favorite ones usually don't involve sex. A lot of them actually involve the words love, if you think about it. You know, these I love you moments. They're actually one of the sweetest and the best in a lot of movies. And it's something that I really hope new movies aren't going to destroy.
first time probably won't be anything like
Hier, wir packen jetzt zum ersten Mal das neue Buch aus. Andreas hat es zum ersten Mal in seinen Händen.
that. Or like porn either. Honestly,
Why are you agitating people to watch porn? Okay, okay. I'm not gonna say that. I can at least explain where the sex talk comes from because it comes from real life. But where does the porn come? Like, imagine you're teaching someone to, I don't know, eat something, and you're saying, you know, by eating this, it's not gonna feel like taking drugs. Why would they even have to watch porn? Why are you even like pushing this idea that they are watching porn? They're not even teens yet. Yeah. Planned Parenthood, you picked the perfect candidate. I can't even say anything. I did already say everything I wanted, so you can technically ban me, but I don't care.
might be a little awkward. Maybe a laugh, cry, or even fart. And all of that is A-okay. It can help to lean into the silliness and sweetness of our bodies and relationships. And try to have fun with any awkward stuff that comes up together. This is why it's important to talk with your partner beforehand so you both feel comfortable.
Through this way. I'm not going to
Depending
survive.
on what you've heard, watched, or read, you might wonder whether sex will hurt.
Let's remember, this is for middle schoolers and high schoolers. But again, Should we be surprised? I mean, last year we did an episode about how that private school in Chicago had somebody come in to teach middle schoolers and high schoolers how to use sex toys, queer sex toys. So again, it really shouldn't be surprising because our own damn schools are putting this content in front of children. It's creepy, absolutely creepy and unnecessary.
You get to decide what having sex for the first time means for you.
No.
If you have vaginal or anal sex for the first time, it may be uncomfortable or feel good or both.
No,
Can you
I don't
imagine your
want
child coming home being like, Mommy, look what I learned at school today? It is completely...
Oh no, thank God I don't have kids yet. I mean, I do get that it's not one school, it's not exaggerated, but this is on the internet. You know, a kid might be watching this, and yeah. At least the thing that I'm positive of is that I'm going to be the father of my child, and it's going to be raised by me. And it's not going to like see half of that shit that a lot of the children are being shown, so it's going to be outsmarting everyone around. At least there's bright future for me, not for the world, but at least for me.
Inappropriate. Like I said, Libs of TikTok posted this, and she's correct. You should find out if your school uses these resources, if they're using any kind of Planned Parenthood resources, because they have their claws deep in the school system. And it's worth checking out because these videos are completely inappropriate. I mean, I seriously have no more words for what we just watched, other than it's despicable and inappropriate. And again, I just can't, it's mind-boggling. Middle schoolers and high schoolers, like, look at the branding, the silliness. It's for minors. They know what they're doing. And do they focus on safe sex at all? No. In none of these videos. Which brings me to this commenter who hit the nail on the head, and he said, you notice she completely left out STDs and pregnancy. Pretending that sex is consequence-free is the foundation of the Planned Parenthood moneymakers. Right there, folks. Because they don't actually want to teach people about safe sex, because that would put them out of business. And that also wouldn't fall in line with their other progressive ideologies that they need to be touting 24/7. And speaking of not being put out of business, some of these Planned Parenthood locations are getting desperate. Not just the headquarters, but just the locations. Like, look at their marketing on social media.
Get ready with me while we talk about all the wrong reasons to have an abortion.
My shirt.
There's no wrong reason to get an abortion.
Do I want to start another conversation on abortion, or do I want to move to the next reaction? You know the answer.
So that trend is basically setting up something you're going to talk about, not talking about it, and then inadvertently, intentionally proving your point. So that's what she was doing there. There's no wrong reason to have an abortion. That is coming from a Planned Parenthood location. Here's another.
I work for Planned Parenthood. Of course I can help you find the closest abortion clinic. I work for Planned Parenthood. Of course I think period products should be free. I work for Planned Parenthood. Of course I can get you free condoms.
I work for Planned Parenthood. My children are never going to be anything intelligent.
I work in Planned Parenthood. Of course I hate children.
Yes! She said the truth. She said the truth. Okay, Planned Parenthood. I'm giving you that. I'm giving you the fact that at least your employees are not lying. I'm gonna give you that. They are doing hedonistic, satanistic things, but they are not lying. Thank you for that.
Why would you say that? That is not the point of this video. You know that's perpetuating stereotypes people have of Planned Parenthood. But like, I thought it was funny. I thought we were being funny, guys.
Ha ha! So funny. That is obviously a joke. We know that is.
In every joke, there's a part of truth. And he spilled it out correctly.
Not actually a joke. You're saying the quiet part out loud and passing it off as a joke. It's kind of like what they're doing with those sex ed videos. Targeting kids, passing it off as education and youthful and silly. That's sexy as hell. Ooh, when the information is totally wrong and completely inappropriate for the young people that they are targeting. And the only group that it benefits is them. And even though this whole episode was wholly uncomfortable and gross and inappropriate, the one silver lining here is that Planned Parenthood has to be desperate because their business model is failing. And that, my friends, is a very good thing for society.
Yep. Tough to make comments on this, but I will still have to make them. Point of the video. keep your sex to yourself and probably to your partner. That will be the whole moral of the story. Because for one, nobody cares about you. For two, you should, like, why would you care about them? Yeah, and number three, come on, save the kids. They don't deserve to be. They deserve a future. They deserve an actually good future with, important knowledge and actual skills that they could implement on life, apart of running around like animals. So in any case, this was Zeno77 reacting to Brad Cooper's video. We're having yet another video right now. Okay, I hope everything's okay there. We're having yet another video now to react, and I really hope that for you watching on YouTube, you will at least support this reaction, because I'm trying very hard to, not blast out and talking a lot of stupid, crazy shit, and actually giving you important messages. So this is the whole goal of the reaction. And with that being said, I will see you in the next video. Hey, I got a notification. Yeah, it was actually me. Okay, so coming back to Brad Cooper reactions. What we'll be seeing now? What we'll be seeing now?
Verdiene Geld on.
Welcome back to the.
Funny fact, I just understood. I started with the wrong reaction. I was actually planning to start with this video, then move to Planned Parenthood. Well, at least this might give me some positive thoughts on the future of the reactions. And I mean, with that being said, let's do the YouTube intro first, and then we're going to do the reaction. So, men, be careful of this TikTok trend. Yet another reaction by Brad Cooper, yet another video by Brad Cooper, and reaction by me. Now, you can probably understand why I chose this video for two reasons. Number one, we're having the Brad Cooper stream. And number two, well, if I make my screen bigger, yeah, you can see that I'm a man. And the video is targeting men, saying that they should be careful for this TikTok trend. I don't know which TikTok trend she's talking yet, but let me just be careful of it. I'm not actually a big TikTok consumer. I only use it for my job. But just in case I run into it, let's make sure I don't fall into a trap.
Welcome back to the comment section. I'm Brad Cooper. So last week, we talked about girls calling men baby girl as a form of endearment. It was very, very weird. There was a general consensus.
Yeah, you know what? Due to the time, I'll probably remove this video. Probably not going to watch it, because she's going to be talking about this in this video anyway. So, yeah, you're getting two Brad Cooper videos, but I am planning to do a non-planned stream probably soon. Not waiting till next Wednesday, so you're going to get some more content, I promise you.
So that was not great, and I'm sorry, ladies. I don't think that men appreciate being called baby girl as much as you were hoping. There is a new TikTok trend that we have to discuss, and I'm still kind of figuring out my opinion. I don't even know if I need to have an opinion on this, because it seems so meaningless, and maybe that is the point. But hey, that is TikTok in a nutshell. We'll see what we can extract from this, because there's always something. Girls on TikTok are calling their boyfriends husbands as a way to test them based on the man's response. And then they film it, they post it, and then the peanut gallery gives their opinion.
Yeah.
That's really not too bad.
All right.
If you're confused yet, welcome to the club. But before we dive in,
before we dive in, you make sure to subscribe to this channel and support the reactions, the videos that I'm trying to make for you. because I'm kind of sharing interesting comments here. And the one comment what I want to share is, isn't that weird that, a lot of traditional values are now being used as a joke? It's not being used as a joke, it's being used as a trend. There's the difference, joke and trend. Very different things.
Make sure that you like this video, subscribe to this channel if you've not already, and then ring that notification bell so that you never miss a comment section or one of our live streams. So this kind of social media testing is not new, and 9 times out of 10, it comes from the women.
Women.
Is anybody surprised? No, we're not. So the way
Because, let's be honest, most of these TikTokers are women. I should check who's actually the most popular person on TikTok. Well, let me check. Most popular person on TikTok. I guarantee you that even if the most popular is a man, the top 10 will include mostly women. So, let's check the list of most followed TikTok accounts. Oh, okay, yeah, Habilame. Yeah, he's the most popular. I remembered now. He's a man. And now let's check through women. So, there's the different ways. Yeah, so Charlie, she's a girl. Woman. Oh, yeah, this one. Then there's Mr. Beast. Then there's a woman. There's a man. Okay, free to free. Then there's a woman for free. Then there's TikTok. Then there's a man. And I mean, he's an actor. So basically, if you take away actors and you put actual TikTokers, I think you mostly still get women. But you get my point, right? So what I'm trying to say is, since most popular people are women, okay, do they have any stat by, I don't know. I was hoping they will have like the most like a sex state. Oh my god. A gender stat. But they don't. So let's assume that women are more popular on TikTok. Women use TikTok way more. That is why most of these trends are by women. Simple. Wait, I thought we were talking about husbands. Oh no, I didn't switch. Oh my god, wait. Give me a sec.
Because that was apparently a symbol of love. Vice did a whole article about it. Welcome to the orange peel theory, the idea that asking your partner to perform a small task of peeling an orange is one way to test their appreciation and love. So if men
Hey, a Vice article. Welcome to bankruptcy.
would not peel an orange, cancel, dump his ass. Basically the consensus. Here's an example.
I kind of feel like an orange.
You feel orange?
Like I feel like an orange. Like I feel like I want to like eat an orange.
Oh, we have orange in the fridge.
In the fridge?
This poor man thinks she's an orange, first of all. See, she didn't even have to ask him to peel it. He was just like, I'll peel it for you. Check.
I mean, I'll be honest, if anyone asked me for an orange, I would peel it. Although no, actually, if my friend asked me for an orange, I would throw it. I would like grab it and they're like, catch. But probably if a woman asked me, yeah, I would definitely like peel it. I would ask her like, why does she need one? Maybe she wants to cook a salad. Although then she still would need to peel it. Yeah, so I would probably peel it.
Pulling out the middle, even better.
Yeah, the middle is like very important.
You want a plate. Symbol of love. So the TikTok peanut gallery loved that one. Loved it. He passed flying colors, got her a plate even though she didn't really want one. Peeled the orange without her even having to ask. Somebody commented and said, Carlo passing the orange peel theory was the only possible option in every universe. People on TikTok just love it. There was also the test recently where people would do the David and Victoria Beckham dance.
He did what every boyfriend would like do. There are certain, you won't believe, some of you people, maybe some, not my fans, but some of the people watching this are not going to believe, but usually a boyfriend is cutting the peels from an orange. In 99% Although no, now we're actually like falling down. But still, I think in more than half cases they should do it. It's kind of considered a man thing, a man's job.
From their documentary, you know, at the end of it, we're like, they can run with each other, and they're like dancing. So people started taking that audio, filming themselves dancing to see if their significant other would jump in with them and dance. So, for example, this guy passed. Hope you guys enjoyed my really, really excellent singing. That's Islands in the Stream. So she's dancing.
Yeah.
It's very wholesome. It's very cute. I enjoyed this one. Oh yeah, he's in it. Oh yeah. And a lot of times the guy wouldn't even.
To be fair, I would just like dance as well. Whenever you hear music, you just go all in, no matter what it is. I don't need a test to do it. Come on, just play me some good music and I'll go twisting. You know.
Be on camera, like the girl would just start filming herself.
You should see
and then
me
the guy
doing
would just
the dishes. If I have,
can I dance with you?
If I have music in my headphones when I'm doing the dishes, there's like a whole orchestra.
They're very, very cute. They are entertaining, but sometimes they take a turn for the worse. Like this man did not pass, and this trended for a while.
Oh no.
She goes up. Oh, very cute. This man has no.
I mean, to be fair, I think he's typing something, so he might be working. Like, I don't know. You know, people do work from their phone, but so it's kind of explanatory. It's different between a man doing the dishes because nobody enjoys that. So you kind of catch into the mood. This guy's probably doing something important if he's on his phone. Maybe he's scrolling TikTok, but at least his attention is dedicated to the phone. So do we really judge this guy?
No interest. He's on his phone. I don't know what he's doing, but he did not get up and dance. And her caption reads, 9 years married today, failed challenge. So this is her anniversary, their 9-year anniversary, and she's going to do the trend. And she posted that, and it got millions and millions of views, and people were so angry. And that one honestly was kind of sad because that trend is so cute and wholesome. And you see all these happy couples, and I mean, that was their anniversary. She put on.
I mean, it's obviously, even she like put the smile. I don't know if we can see it. And yeah, even she put a smile, like, you know, it's a wedding, it's couple comedy. She's even stating like, guys, it's just a joke. I mean, if it's a joke, like, and the guy will probably watch this and then go, oh, I didn't pass the trend. Like, I know this because I have a little sister, and usually she would try to film some trends, some weird trends with me that she saw on TikTok, and I wouldn't react to them, and then I would go, oh, this was a trend. Now I understood it. Oh, like, you know, smile as well. Come on. TikTok trends are supposed to, like, you know, bring joy, especially if they're filmed, like, you know, with your friends or family. But no, let's check the comment section.
On her dress, and he literally just seemed not to care. I usually take these tests with a grain of salt, but on that one, I was like, oh, that actually did make me sad.
You chose poorly.
Dude, you should have at least, like, looked up, given her a hug, kiss. That is your wife in her wedding dress. That should be like the greatest day of your life that you are remembering. Anyway, somebody commented and said, I hope my future love does not disappoint me. Somebody else said I would legit cry. And that was probably the most serious example of any of these tests, just because it took a turn for the worst. But usually the test failings are pretty ridiculous, and they shame men for a lot of, you know, nonsensical reasons. Again, who's surprised? It's 2024. It's TikTok. That's pretty normal, sadly. That is very much like the trend that we are talking about today. We're finally getting to it, I promise. Here's a break.
Finally, because I was trying to understand if that was the trend. I was about to complain about Brad Cooper, which rarely happens, but it does.
Breakdown of what we're talking about.
This all started when this girl made a video calling her boyfriend her husband to test his reaction, and he instantly shuts her down, making sure everyone knows that they are not married. Now, this caused a lot of people in the comments to be very upset with her boyfriend.
Here's the big secret about women. We want you.
There's something with my internet. I hope my stream doesn't.
We even want you.
Boyfriend, basically asking why he's so offended to be her husband. Well, her doing this has now started a trend where people will test their boyfriends by recording them and calling them their husbands during the recording. Now, there are some people who have passed this test, some people are single because of it, and some relationships have gotten really complicated because of.
I mean, he doesn't show the whole video, so it's hard for me to do some conclusions. I need to see an example of a video.
This test. So boys, if you want a happy relationship and your girl calls you her husband, just go with it. I promise you, regardless of if you want to get married or not, your girlfriend is more than likely just doing this for the trend. And honestly,
if my girl is doing this from the trend, then she's not my girl. My girl won't be doing these trends. Like, bro, that's the thing you're supposed to cut to.
So it's really more of a test to see if you actually like your girlfriend, rather than a test to see if you actually want to get married or not.
That guy's name is Noah. I highly recommend following him on TikTok. He will give you all the information about trends. He usually gets to them even before I do, and he is helping men out. He's telling them, just smile and nod, boys. Smile and nod, because everything is a test.
I can do this! I can do this! Is it hot in here, Mrs. Bob?
The whole thing does just seem ridiculous. Like, this is what we are spending our time concerning ourselves with, calling our boyfriends our husbands, and then turning that into a big deal. It's like turning a crumb into a cupcake. It literally is not necessary. Somebody commented and said, girlfriends are becoming exam boards at this point, always testing us. Yep. Somebody else said, I never understood the testing your partner, TBH. Well, it's becoming very, very normal, especially.
Yeah, I never understood. There were these shows, testing someone, how actually if they would cheat on the boyfriend or not. And there are like a lot of TV shows, both for boyfriends and girlfriends, and I really hated watching them, because if you're participating in it, it means that you already have some sort of distrust, that you're willing to put your partner through a test to see if he's gonna cheat or not. Like, the moment you start thinking, even having this in your mind, that he's gonna cheat or she's gonna cheat, yes, something's wrong in your relationship, and what you have to do is talk between each other. But yeah, apparently we still do live in sad times.
Not filming it and then posting it online for people to possibly ridicule and tear apart, which has sadly become very, very normal. And I think that we should move away from that trend, possibly. That is the whole trend that we should move away from. Just in general, I think we need to value privacy.
Oh no. I just understood that since I am doing a reaction on this trend, I'm kind of making it more popular. So now, maybe out of some people who are going to view this reaction, someone's going to actually try it. Please, people, if you're watching this reaction, please don't try this trend. Please. Because it's not only going to make me look bad, but it's also going to affect your relationship badly. And I highly wish you everything the best, because I wish all my viewers everything the best, especially to those who like the reactions and who subscribe to the YouTube channel.
A little bit more. We've been talking about that a lot. We're going to talk about it more right now, because going online without ExpressVPN is like...
Okay. First of all, one of my headphones died, and I'm going to have to skip another advertisement, although I don't mind advertisements from ExpressVPN, so contact me if you want that.
The dancing with the David Beckham song trend is cute. That's one thing. It's entertaining. It's sweet. But can a guy really win or pass this boyfriend-husband test? Like, what is he supposed to do? Is he just supposed to go along with you calling him your husband? Like,
wait, I need to listen, because one of my headphones did die, and I need to listen if I'm good.
The two videos that Noah mentioned, we can get some more context. Here's the original.
Yeah, before we watch them, I need to check how I'm sounding.
Not your husband. Let's watch the two videos that Noah mentioned. Maybe we can get some more context. Here's the original.
Okay, all good.
Okay, today I'm going to be guessing my husband's favorite
Hey,
things.
thank you for subscribing to the channel.
My husband's favorite things.
I'm not your husband. Not yet, Kins.
Not yet. Not yet. What?
Oh, okay. People were obviously pissed. They were so pissed, it literally started an entire trend.
Whoa.
That video has millions of views at this point. And like Noah said, the comments were things like, I vote new man. Somebody said, girl, run. Another person said, the video is only 19 seconds but told 1,000 words. Maybe you guys disagree with me. Maybe I'm crazy.
Okay, remember when we said that the previous comments did look like a joke and, fun? Well, these don't. These actually don't. That's bad. That is really bad.
But I don't think any of this is really that big of a deal. Like, are we ignoring the part where he said, not yet, Kens, and then tried to play it off and make a joke? Like, I don't think he was like, oh, you biatch. Don't call me that. Oh,
Biatch.
you're disgusting.
Just
Like,
say
he made a
bitch.
joke about it. You
Come
are
on.
dating, you are not engaged,
Not
you are
that
not married.
bad of a
I don't really
word.
think it's that big of a deal. The whole thing seemed relatively playful. I mean, you fake choked him at the end of the video. I would assume y'all play around if that is what you were doing in your car and filming and posting online. Now, I don't know the whole...
No, she really choked him. And then he had to call the police. Imagine this, Fran. We need to see a part 2 of this clip. We definitely need to see like a part 2 where she's sitting in the police office and he's like filing a complaint, like getting choked, and she's sitting with her eyes and grabbing her head, like thinking, "What have I done?" That would have been a way more popular trend than this video.
Story. Maybe there's some context that the audience is missing. Maybe she really wants to get married and he doesn't. Maybe she's begging him for a proposal and there's a lot bubbling under the surface. Who knows? But just based on 19 seconds, who cares? It is a trend on TikTok. But here's the other video that Noah covered.
I mean, every second counts. Every second that you do matters. Everything that you try to do matters. But yeah, not the specific in the context of a relationship.
And people loved this one, so they're stitching it.
Okay, today
Glitzer, 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 Glitzer. Also, wenn du eine Agentur hast, wenn du Freelancer bist, wenn du einen Service...
I'm going to be guessing my husband's favorite thing.
I'm not your husband.
Hello, today I'm going to talk about my husband's favorite color.
Nice.
You're not going to correct me?
With what?
You're not my husband.
Not yet.
He said the same thing. It's all about the tone. But at the end, he was like, not yet. Somebody commented and said, where's the green flag guy? This is so cute. Somebody else said, that man said, nice, baby, he ready. Somebody else said, that was the girl you just wait smirk. And they're right. It was cute. It seemed like that man got really excited hearing himself be called her husband. He was like,
Yeah, he's like, well, yeah, soon. I mean, I genuinely never understood this. Like, if you're saying soon, like, what's the difference? Just put the ring on that finger. But I'm not going to specifically comment. I don't know. Maybe he has a special thing. Maybe he had a special idea to propose her, for Christmas. And he wanted to take her on the vacation before because there's a tradition that she's gonna meet his grandparents. I mean, let's put that out of the way. He is planning it in his head, and I'm going to open you a secret. I think that every man is approximately planning it way before they actually do the proposal. Months maybe before. So not yet. Like, maybe he didn't correct her that he's not her husband right now, but yeah, I genuinely also I see the difference. I see the difference that that guy like instantly corrected, whereas this one was like nice. But I think this guy was in his bed sleeping, so like I mean, I don't think he even instantly understood what her point of the video was. These comments.
like half asleep, bundled up in his little like pale yellow sheets, just like ready to fall asleep. Like I don't think he's trying to have fun on TikTok. He's like, girl, I don't know why you're filming, but okay. Can't wait to marry you. I have only watched 2 short videos of them, and I can guarantee these are very, very different couples just based on the way that they talk with each other, their body language, everything. We know nothing about them, though. In this case, I don't think we can say based on 20 seconds who is a good guy and who isn't. It really is not clear. And again, this test almost seems unwinnable. I think a man who is not your husband would have some kind of reaction to being called. So calm down. Again, not a big...
And again, isn't it more weird that if a guy already says that he's good reacting that you say that he's your husband and he still isn't your husband, you still don't wear that ring? Wouldn't that be more weird? Like, dude, what are you waiting for? I'm like right here.
Deal. Also, imagine if a man called his girlfriend his wife. I'm guessing that a lot of women wouldn't like that. I personally would not like that. I'd be like, sir, I must have given you the wrong impression and be giving you the wife treatment on a girlfriend's salary because you have not gotten down on one knee and made a commitment to me in front of God and our community, so no, you cannot call me that. But that would never...
That's I think the difference also between that. It's not only about the gender thing, but I think the reason for that is if a wife, basically, if a girl calls a guy a husband who's not yet her husband, the guy is okay for this because eventually when he will be asking, he will expect her to say yes. Like why would he ask then? And usually a guy is expecting a girl to say yes if he's dating her. That's how I would expect if I was dating someone. But for a girl, it's a bit different because she kind of gives the consent, you know? She has to like answer a question. And if you automatically assume the answer, even if the answer is right, nobody likes it. Like, do it the right way. Ask, you know, then I will obviously, or in a lot of cases, obviously, give you the answer you're waiting for. But just, you know, it's actually my choice how to answer it. Whereas for the guy situation, he usually expects it to come one day, and especially when he's not asking you for a no.
Happen because the men online are not testing their girlfriends like the girls are. And that's just an episode for another time. We could talk about that at length. But these tests, just in general, they are ridiculous. You should not base your relationship on what you see on TikTok and what random people in the comment section of the peanut gallery are saying about a response to a stupid trend, the tone that your boyfriend.
Plus, the comment section. I mean, if I read all the comment sections under all my videos, yeah, sometimes I would think how bad of a person I am.
Takes. Granted, there are some men online and they do think.
And same for you people. Go check some of your feeds. I'm sure you will find the best comments about yourself there.
And you're like, oh, maybe not. And maybe in general, we should just stop testing our loved ones for the sake of a public spectacle and possible ridicule. Like, we have gotten way too comfortable with that.
Well, guys, moral of the video. Moral of the reaction. You know, relationship is indeed such a sacred thing that even I would recommend you mostly keeping it to yourself. So Zeno77 reacting to yet another Brad Cooper episode. And as we are saying this, we're going to be finishing the Brad Cooper stream. Now, I do want to pop into another reaction, maybe somewhere in the end of the week, but before like Wednesday, because I see where this channel is going. I see sometimes what people are liking. I don't want to keep doing this because, you know, I enjoy it as well. I like it. It's a very cool initiative. So I really, really hope that I will keep my word and that you will be getting some reactions. And with that being said, this was again Zeno77. If you really are enjoying this, leave a subscribe to the channel, like, so I know why you do it. The question in the comments about children, it's question is always open. I'm not. Let me close it. No, I'll probably answer it, especially if it's going to be like, and we will more so that I will get. And with that being said, my other videos.